Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Michael Gallup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
7. Cowboys.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. My 50, my 50.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He was brought down by Curtis Weaver.
Curtis Weaver on the tackle.
On the play.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following throwing the interception, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield off the play fake. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He was brought down by Malcolm Smith. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted by the Browns.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 27, Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller.
Mayfield's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
A gain of 4.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a gain of 3.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cowboys, nothing.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell in.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
45 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
1 yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Mayfield's pass.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sideline. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown.
Number 85, David Njoku.
David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's got the connection to Cooper. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
40-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Here go 46. 50 to my 56.
On first and 10, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield on play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over first. And 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Mayfield down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Will Fuller. Incomplete. Quentin Dix on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Push him back.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step.
Here's Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He's got a first down and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rip left, rip left. Rush in, kill.
Prescott now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
It's a gain of
ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that'll cut the lead down to 26.
Good. Makes the score Browns 33.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Browns 1st down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 10.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, 47. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. I got one. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 42. Mike 42. Watch the screen. Pass.
Throwing. Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Curtis Weaver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Jim.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And his kick is right through.
Takes the score, Browns 39. Cowboys
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could look.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. Second and 10 from the 25. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Come on.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Browns 39, Cowboys 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Alert! Hey, alert 33.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
34 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
On the coverage.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. One last shot now for Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? And make